I've been working in this home studio for more than a half a year and it's time for a change. I want to change things around and experiment with the desk. Right now I'm using the Zaor Maestro Tela 40 and for me the setup has been an absolute joy. I really like having a simple, small desk in front of me and the gear on the side. Before switching things around, I want to talk to you about a couple of things that I absolutely love about the Tela. This is going to be like a half a year review, and even though I am switching from the Tela, I don't think that switch is going to be permanent, and I will come back to this setup because, like I've said, I absolutely love it. The first thing that I love about the Tela is the size. This is the 40 version of the Tela, and we have 1 meter width. And when it comes to the depth, this is a pretty big desk on the depth. It's 83 centimeters. With the height, we have 72, but we can adjust the height just a bit with the small feet on the bottom. For a small studio like mine, the size is absolutely perfect. You can see that you can fit a lot of things. I have a magic keyboard, the magic trackpad, a mouse, the 3-knob remote, a stream deck, a secondary monitor. The real estate on the Tela is enough for me. Another thing that I absolutely love about the Tela is this cable canal right here. You can bring up cables, and I have a few cables coming through this canal. I have the cable for the stream deck, the cable for the remote. This is just an amazing addition when it comes to cable management. If we are talking about the materials, this is premium stuff. This is an acoustic felt. I don't hear the desk when it comes to the sound of the room. With a desk of this size, if the surface is reflective, then you will be hearing it when it comes to mixing and mastering. I don't hear the reflections coming from the table or are just negligible. Another great feature on the Tela is this armrest. I think this is ecological leather. Your arm sits right on it when you are moving the mouse. It's really comfortable, and when it comes to putting in a lot of hours, this is a much needed feature. I like the sides on the Tela vented, and right there you can see another point of cable management. You can just run cables through that tiny hole. Speaking on cable management, we have the same hole right there to bring in cables. We have this point of attachment if you want to tie up cables, but the Tela also has another great cable management feature, and that feature is this big shelf that communicates with the canal on top. The shelf is 21 centimeters, so quite deep. You can fit a lot of cabling there. Right now on my end things are pretty messy because, like I've said, I'm changing the setup. You can see why I like the Tela so much. We have a nice big real estate. You can put there controllers, monitor controllers, keyboards. You can even place a 61 keyboard if you are a producer. We have plenty of ways to deal with cables, so the cable management is actually top notch. But there is another feature that takes this Tela to the next level, especially when it comes to content creation. And I'm talking about this little things right here. This is ZaorBit. This is a point of attachment where you can add accessories, and I will show you just a couple of my favorite things to place in the ZaorBit. One of the things that you can add to the ZaorBit that will lift up the productivity is an iPad. This is an iPad mount, Triad Orbit. It has a nice sturdy swivel that you can tighten up, and it will go nowhere. You can add that to the bit. It has a lot of ways you can adjust it, so this can fit either an iPad. This is what it's made for, but I've also placed my secondary monitor on it without any issue. Since I'm a content creator, I always find myself needing attachment points for lighting. You can take a light like this, insert this in the ZaorBit, and you can have like a nice pop of color on your desk. Another great use for the ZaorBits is to add like a shotgun microphone for creating content. Just add your mic stand. You can also add like an extension rod, and you have a point where you can mount your microphone really easy. The last thing that I like mounting on the desk is a camera, of course. Same drill, add like a fluid video head on top of the mounting point, and to be able to use it at eye level, again, you can use the extension rod. For a content creator like me, having the 3 attachment points, the 3 ZaorBits, it's really handy, and you can see that you can add a lot of things. Let's take out the Tela and bring in the Maestro Solo, because that's the desk I want to experiment with. I will keep it for a couple of months and see if I prefer having something like that or if I move back to the Tela. And this is the Zaor Maestro Solo. Much smaller than the Tela when it comes to real estate, but it has the rack space. I don't want to add any type of gear here. I just want to use the rack space to add the La Remote, the Stream Deck, and we'll see how it goes. The Solo is the perfect fit for this small home studio. I just need to switch a couple of these plates around. I will try and find out something that's not metal. Maybe I will talk with Zaor. Maybe they can do this acoustic felt to fill this space, but we'll see. Now I just need to move a couple of blank panels so I can fit everything properly. And this is the new setup with the Maestro Solo. A bit messy right now due to the cables, but I have to fix the right side with the racks. Let's see how I get used to it. I will report back in a couple of months. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, drop a like. Talk to you in the next one. Cheers.